It does.
Like a person in a spandex costume.
Dude, I went to a wedding in downtown Los Angeles a couple years ago, and there was a guy, probably had a mental illness, but he was like 6'5", walking down downtown LA, butt naked with this massive schlong just bouncing between his knees. It looked like a different species to me. I mean, this huge beard, like 6'5", massive dude just trotting down the street
Right.
of
If you
LA.
saw that in the woods, going in between the trees from a distance,
100%.
you would say, "Oh my God, there's giants in the woods."
I'm a Bigfoot believer like that. If I had seen
Yeah.
that exact guy cruising through a park,
Right.
cruising out in the woods, I'm a believer.
Especially if he's covered in dirt and it's dark out. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, mentally ill people do wind up moving to the woods.
It's happened.
Yeah, I mean, it
Yeah.
happens all the time. I remember there's this one guy who was famous in Maine he was a legend that he would break into people's houses and steal their stuff. And then they found out that he was a real person. And he had dropped out of society in like the 1970s and just decided to completely live by himself. Like, he didn't talk to people for decades.
Oh, wow.
And he was by himself alone in a tent in the woods. And he would just steal stuff from people's houses when they weren't around.
Wow.
Yeah, and like live off of whatever he found or ate. And I don't know like what his like woodscraft was like. Is this it? Stranger in the Woods. Yeah, this
Sounds
is the story.
like it.
For 27 years,
That's
Christopher Knight lived alone in a clandestine wooded camp in tiny Rome. I don't know what that is. Undiscovered and unaided, breaking into camps to steal what he needed to survive. When he finally captured and arrested in April 2013, the story of the North Pond Hermit made headlines worldwide. But Knight spoke only to one journalist, Michael Finkel. In an exclusive excerpt from his new book, Finkel explains the origins of the whispered myth that haunted central Maine for decades, the legend of the stranger in the woods.
It's pretty cool.
It is kind of cool.
It's cool. He did his own.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, I'm sure he had all kinds of probably issues, right? But,
oh, yeah, for sure.
But he lived his own, he made his own path. He lived off of stuff